gliding through the night. Moving without symmetry, yet the rhythm stays intact. Every line feels independent, but it always comes back. Nothing random in the offset, every pulse is engineered. Every trace becomes a vector, every chord begins to climb. When the angles start converging, all the motion turns to time. Oblique entry sequence, sliding through the sound. Oblique entry sequence, turning all around. Every motion stays unconventional, every beat avoids the line. When the rhythm finds its pathway, every step becomes design. Oblique entry sequence, gliding through the night. Nothing enters straight or simple, everything arrives in phase. Every motion finds its angle through the maze. Oblique entry sequence, signals amplified. Oblique entry sequence, perfectly misaligned. Every axis bends the rhythm, every beam reflects the beat. When the system shifts its angle, every step becomes complete. Oblique entry sequence, moving through the night. Angle entry. Lines are moving without friction. Every path is clean and bright. Every motion holds direction through a surface shaped by light. Nothing breaks the flow of transit. Every step is softly drawn. Every signal finds its vector from the moment it is born. Edges smoothed into alignment, every pulse refined in tone. Every signal gains precision, every tone begins to climb. When the motion finds its vector, all the rhythm locks in time. Polished transit vectors, gliding through the sound. Polished transit vectors, spinning all around. Every motion stays in motion, Arcs are forming without edges, nothing harsh within the frame. Every movement feels continuous, never starting, never named. Bodies drifting through the vectors, perfect arcs without delay. Every signal finds completion in a seamless, fluid way. Nothing lost within the motion, everything remains intact. Every trace becomes a pathway, every chord begins to climb. When the vectors start converging, all the motion turns to time. Polished transit vectors, gliding through the sound. Polished transit vectors, spinning all around. Every motion stays in motion, every line is clean and free. When the system finds direction, every step becomes the key. Polished transit vectors, flowing through the night. Nothing breaks the silent surface, nothing falls outside the flow. Every motion finds its pathway as it goes. Polished transit vectors, signals amplified. Polished transit vectors, perfectly aligned. Every axis holds the motion, every beam reflects the beat. When the system finds its balance, every step becomes complete. Polished transit vectors, drifting through the night. Smooth motion. motion finds its center in the phase alignment. Signals amplified. Velvet phase alignment. Perfectly aligned. Every axis holds the motion. Every beam reflects the beat. When the system finds its unity, every step becomes complete. Velvet phase alignment, drifting through the night. One phase. One phase. Steps are placed with perfect measure. Every line is clearly drawn. Nothing shifts outside the timing. Every beat is locked and strong. Reflections travel through the corridor, mirroring each move in time. Every motion holds its position in a strictly guided line. Nothing bends within the structure. Everything remains defined. Every signal finds its measure. Every tone begins to climb. When the system holds its timing, all the motion locks in time. Crystal timing corridor, running through the sound. Crystal timing corridor, spinning all around. Every motion stays in sequence. Every beat is clean and tight. When the rhythm holds its structure, every step reflects the light. Crystal timing corridor, moving through the night. In time. In time. Nothing drifts beyond the pattern. No deviation in the flow. Every signal meets its moment, exactly where it has to go. Bodies moving with precision. Every shift a measured part. Every motion forms a sequence in a structured moving chart. Nothing breaks the clear alignment. Everything is placed in line. Every trace becomes a marker. Every chord begins to climb. When the system finds its measure, all the motion turns signal finds a sequence. Every tone begins to climb. When the modulars stop converging, all the motion locks in time. Modular step convergence, running through the sound. Modular step convergence, turning all around. Every motion builds in layers. Every beat connects the chain. When the system finds alignment, every step becomes the same. Modular step convergence, moving through the night. Fragments turning into structure. Every loop begins to bind. Every sequence finds relation in a networked frame of time. Bodies moving in repetition, patterns forming from the base. Every step becomes a function in a large coded space. Nothing random in the structure. Every pulse is reassigned. Every trace becomes a module. Every chord begins to climb. When the layers start converging, all the motion turns to time. Modular step convergence, running through the sound. Modular step convergence, turning all around. Every motion builds in layers. Every beat connects the chain. When the system finds alignment, every step becomes the same. Modular step convergence, moving through the night. Modules shifting, recombining. Nothing fixed within the frame. Every pattern finds its pathway through the Drifting through the night. Rear out.
Every step becomes the same.
through the night. Pulse networks start collapsing into tighter beating grids. Every signal overloads now where the system never quits. Nothing moves in isolation, every note is amplified. Every rhythm pushes harder through the circuits deep inside. What was structured now is breaking into faster moving lines. Every signal hits ignition, every tone begins to climb. When the network reaches overdrive, all the motion breaks in time. Pulse network overdrive, burning through the sound. Pulse network overdrive, spinning all around. Every motion hits distortion, every beat becomes a wave. When the system reaches overload, every step accelerates. Pulse network overdrive, igniting through the night. Pulse, pulse overload. Fracturing but linking, still connected through the noise. Every rhythm multiplies now in a system of a voice. Bodies moving in disruption, but the grid still holds its frame. Every step becomes a current through an overloaded chain. Nothing breaks the core connection, only shape begins to strain. Every trace becomes ignition, every chord begins to climb. When the system hits overdrive, all the motion burns in time. Pulse network overdrive, burning through the sound. Pulse network overdrive, spinning all around. Every motion hits distortion, every beat becomes a wave. When the system reaches overload, every step accelerates. Pulse network overdrive, igniting through the night. Overclocked reflections moving, still the grid refuses pause. Every pulse becomes unstable, but it does not stop its course. Pulse network overdrive. Pulse network overdrive. No line left outside. Every axis burns with pressure, every beam reflects the beat. When the system reaches rupture, every step becomes complete. Pulse network overdrive, exploding through the night. Overdrive. Multiple vectors in motion, all converging into force. Every axis generates pressure through a calculated course. Nothing moves in single direction. Every path divides again. Every pulse becomes a pathway through a multi-threaded frame. What was linear is now fractured into simultaneous drives. Every signal finds direction, every tone begins to climb. When the vector vectors start converging. All the motion locks in time. Multi-vector drive state, running through the sound. Multi-vector drive state, turning all around. Every motion splits and merges. Every beat becomes a path. When the system reaches convergence, every step compounds the math. Multi-vector drive state, burning through the night. Vector, drive, merge. Signals rotating in layers, each one pulling different ways. Every rhythm holds its balance in a multi-axis maze. Bodies moving in divergence, but still locked into the frame. Every step becomes a vector in a synchronized domain. Nothing drifts beyond the system, only direction changes form. Every trace becomes a vector, every chord begins to climb. When the system finds convergence, all the motion turns to time. Multi-vector drive state, running through the sound. Multi-vector drive state, turning all around. Every motion splits and merges. Every beat becomes a path. When the system reaches convergence, every step compounds the math. Multi-vector drive state, burning through the night. Different axes still in motion, intersect but never stop. Every pulse becomes a crossing at the top. Multi-vector drive state, signals amplified. Multi-vector drive state, fully classified. Every axis forms a system, every beat reflects the beat. When all vectors reach convergence, every step becomes complete. Multi-vector drive state, exploding through the night. Converge. High frequency body schema, mapped in pulses of the skin. Every signal reads the structure from the outside to within. Nothing moves without detection. Every shift is analyzed. Every motion leaves a trace now in a grid that's energized. What was fluid gets converted into measurable design. Every signal hits the threshold, every tone begins to climb. When the system starts to scan, now all the motion locks in time. High frequency body schema, run Schema, igniting through the night. Schema. Diffused pattern memory, floating through the sound. Diffused pattern memory, turning all around. Every motion leaves a shadow, every beat becomes a trace. When the system starts to loosen, every step begins to fade. Through the night, trace, dissolve. Signals losing synchronization, breaking down into delay. Every rhythm once was rigid, now it slowly slips away. Bodies moving in reflection of a structure gone astray. Every step becomes a memory that refuses to stay. Nothing holds its former meaning. Everything is redefined. Every trace becomes a fragment. Begins to fade. When the system starts diffusion, all the motion decays. Diffused pattern memory, floating through the sound. Diffused pattern memory, turning all around. Every motion leaves a shadow, every beat becomes a trace. When the system starts to loosen, every step begins to fade. Diffused pattern memory, drifting through the night. Nothing stays in full alignment. Everything begins to slip. Every signal once was solid, now it drifts. Diffused pattern memory, signals fading slow. Diffused pattern memory, letting go. Every axis loses structure, every beam dissolves in time. When the system reaches silence, edges losing their define. Every angle starts to tremble as it bends in real time. Nothing holds its original outline. Every form begins to sway. Every structure once was certain now dissolves along the way. What was rigid turns to softness. What was fixed becomes undone. Every signal loses structure. Every tone begins to fade. When the geometry softens, all the motion decays. Soft geometry collapse, breaking through the sound. Soft geometry collapse, turning all around. Every motion loses outline. Every beat forgets its frame. When the system starts to soften, every step becomes the same. Soft geometry collapse, drifting through the night. Bend, fall, dissolve. Signals bending into curves now. Straight lines fading into air. Every rhythm loses edges, but still lingers everywhere. Bodies moving like reflections on a surface losing shape. Every step becomes a softness that the structure can't escape. Nothing keeps its mathematical certainty. Everything is in between. Every trace becomes a contour. Every chord begins to fade. When the system starts collapsing, all the motion decays. Soft geometry collapse, floating through the sound. Soft geometry collapse, turning all around. Every motion loses outline. Every beat forgets its frame. When the system starts to soften, every step becomes the same. Soft geometry collapse, drifting through the night. No straight line survives the pressure. No fixed point remains intact. Every shade becomes suggestion, slipping back. reduction. Space begins to thin and fade. Every signal once was layered, now dissolves in what it made. Nothing returns in full reflection, only fragments stay behind. Every motion leaves a residue that cannot realign. What was wide becomes diminished, what was full becomes less real. Every echo starts collapsing, every tone begins to fade. When the field is in reduction, all the motion decays. Echo field reduction, floating through the sound. Echo field reduction, turning all around. Every motion leaves a whisper, every beat becomes a trace. When the system loses presence, every step dissolves in space. Echo field reduction, drifting through the night. Signals thinning into silence. Signals thinning into silence. Every layer pulled away. What was structure now is distance, slowly slipping into gray. Bodies moving like reflections on a surface out of view. Every step becomes less certain, less connected, less than true. Nothing holds its form or volume, everything is in retreat. Every trace becomes subtraction, every chord begins to fade. When the field enters reduction, all the motion decays. Echo field reduction, floating through the sound. Echo field reduction, turning all around. Every motion leaves a whisper, every beat becomes a trace. When the system loses presence, every step dissolves in space. Echo field reduction, drifting through the night. No return from the echo field. No reflection stays intact. Everything becomes subtraction, slipping back. Echo field reduction, signals fading slow. Echo field reduction, letting go. Every axis loses presence, every beam dissolves in time. When the system reaches nothing, nothing holds the line. Echo field reduction, fading into night. was movement now is memory. What was force becomes a trace. Every signal starts dissolving. Every tone begins to fade. When the motion turns to residue, all the structure decays. Ambient motion residue, floating through the sound. Ambient motion residue, turning all around. Every motion leaves a whisper. Every beat becomes a trace. When the system loses motion, every step dissolves in space. Ambient motion residue, drifting through the night. Residue. Fade. Gone. Signals thinning into silence. Rhythms breaking into air. Every layer once was structured, now is scattered everywhere. Bodies moving like reflections on a surface barely real. Every step becomes a feeling that the system cannot seal. Nothing holds its former meaning. Everything is incomplete. Every trace becomes a vapor. Every chord begins to fade. When the motion turns to residue, all the structure decays. Ambient motion residue, floating through the sound. Ambient motion residue, turning all around. Every motion leaves a whisper. Every beat becomes a trace. When the system loses motion, every step dissolves in space. Ambient motion residue, drifting through the night. No direction left to follow. No pulse to guide the frame. Only fragments of emotion without name. Ambient motion residue, signals fading slow. Ambient motion residue, letting go. Every axis loses presence. Every beam dissolves in time. When the system reaches quiet, nothing holds the line. Ambient motion residue, fading into night. Residue. Decaying structural echo, reforming in the air. Every shape once lost in silence starts to reappear somewhere. Nothing returns in full precision, but the outline starts to show. Every lost begins to stay. Every signal finds alignment, every tone regains its frame. When the echo starts decaying, it returns in altered shape. Decaying structural echo, running through the sound. Decaying structural echo, turning all around. Every motion finds its balance, every beat regains its pace. When the system starts rebuilding, every step returns in place. Decaying structural echo, guiding through the night. Return, form. Signals rebuilding their pathways, layered back into design. Every rhythm regains meaning through a slower sense of time. Bodies moving with intention, not in chaos but repair. Every step becomes a tracing of what used to be there. Nothing fully restores the past state, but coherence starts to grow. Every trace becomes a structure, every chord regains its name. When the echo starts decaying, it rebuilds a softer frame. Decaying structural echo, running through the sound. Decaying structural echo, turning all around. Every motion finds its balance, every beat regains its pace. When the system starts rebuilding, every step returns in place. Decaying structural echo, guiding through the night. Not a full return to order, not a loss of what was done. Only echoes forming structure out of what has come undone. Decaying structural echo, signals amplified. Decaying structural echo, restabilized. Every axis finds its balance, every beam regains its line. When was fixed becomes illumination. What was dense becomes air. Every signal finds dispersion. Every tone begins to rise. When the system turns to light now, all the limits start to die. Terminal light dispersion running through the sound. Terminal light dispersion spinning all around. Every motion turns to brightness. Every beat becomes a wave. When the system reaches clarity, every step begins to fade. Terminal light dispersion burning through the night. Light spread. Signals separating gently, but in harmony remain. Every rhythm once was pressure, now dissolves into refrains. Bodies moving like reflections on a surface made of light. Every step becomes emission, softly breaking through the night. Nothing holds its final density. Everything becomes release. Every trace becomes illumination. Every chord begins to rise. When the system turns to dispersion, all the motion becomes light. Terminal light dispersion running through the sound. Terminal light dispersion spinning all around. Every motion turns to brightness. Every beat becomes a wave. When the system reaches clarity, every step begins to fade. Terminal light dispersion burning through the night. No longer bound by structure, no longer shaped by weight. through the night. Hold, stay. Signals locked into repetition, but without unnecessary weight. Every rhythm finds its balance in a tightly shaped state. Bodies moving with precision, no distortion in the frame. Every step becomes essential, without excess or aim. Nothing leaks beyond its function, everything is distilled. Every trace becomes essential, every chord remains the same. When the system reaches minimum, nothing else can change. Minimal form persistence, running through the sound. Minimal form persistence, turning all around. Every motion keeps its structure, every beat maintains its place. When the system reaches clarity, nothing else remains to waste. Minimal form persistence, holding through the night. No expansion, no reduction, only what is meant to be. Every structure in its minimum defines identity. Minimal form persistence, signal stabilized. Minimal form persistence, simplified. Every axis holds its boundary, every beat maintains its line. When the system reaches stillness, everything aligns in time. Minimal form persistence, fading into light. Final axis withdrawal, turning inward through the frame. Every structure once extended now returns from where it came. Nothing pushes outward further, nothing seeks to extend. Every signal finds its ending in the shape it must defend. What was motion becomes closing. What was path becomes retreat. Every signal starts withdrawing. Every tone begins to fall. When the system reaches closure, it dissolves within it all. Final axis withdrawal, running through the sound. Final axis withdrawal, turning all around. Every motion starts to close now. Every beat begins trace becomes inversion. Every chord begins to cease. When the system reaches closure, it returns to inner peace. Final axis withdrawal, running through the sound. Final axis withdrawal, turning all around. Every motion starts to close now. Every beat begins to cease. When the system finds its ending, every step returns to peace. Final axis withdrawal, fading through the night. No expansion left to follow, no direction left to guide, only inward facing motion that refuses to divide. Final axis withdrawal, signals neutralized. Final axis withdrawal, finalized. Every axis folds inward, every beam returns to line. When the system reaches ending, nothing extends in time. Final axis withdrawal, fading into night.